Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel for a very special episode. It's always exciting when there's a new product from McDonald's, and holy smokers, this morning I have a brand new product, the McDonald's Glazed pull-apart donut. Okay, so here's a look at the packaging it comes in. It's basically a brown paper bag. The McCafe logo. And here it is out of the wrapper. It actually had a little piece of wax paper around part of it inside the bag. You can see it actually looks quite impressive compared to an ordinary donut. Zoom in a little closer there, you can see there is a decent amount of glaze in all the nooks and crannies there. There's some on the side. It definitely has the mold of it is a upscale baked item in appearance, as opposed to just your typical throwaway round donut. Now I just happened to get this at breakfast time, but it is available all day. This is supposed to be out at all McDonald's on September 1st, but you can go ahead and see if they have it at your McDonald's like they have it at mine early. I picked this up. They say it's supposed to be light and airy in the McDonald's press release I saw about this. It does feel not really much lighter than your typical Krispy Kreme donut. I think they mean more about the texture inside. And the aroma, well, it's definitely got a great glazed donut aroma. Certainly doesn't hurt that they put plenty on there, even on the bottom. Sometimes the bottom gets neglected, but apparently not at McDonald's. And that wonderful fried dough aroma. Now this was not warm or hot like you would get at Krispy Kreme when the light is on. It's more of a lukewarm room temperature. I could heat it up in the microwave, but for the purposes of the review, I have to be accurate in testing the exact product you're going to get from the restaurant. I guess we should try to pull apart the donut, as they say. So let's pull apart, and you end up with this little donut hole. Really, the one in the center is no bigger than the ones on the outside. In fact, it's flatter, so let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, I'm surprised that not only is there a good glaze flavor, but the actual dough of the donut actually has a lot of flavor. A sort of sweet egg and butter type dough flavor. You know, sometimes the donut in the grocery store is not going to have that. It is somewhat flaky on the inside. It's not a cake donut. It has that puffy, flaky, as they call it, airy type texture. I would say it's slightly more dense than the Krispy Kreme. Bob, did I ever tell you about the time I fell asleep on a bench on Music Row in Nashville and woke up in the bum fights? Bum fights. It's like Fight Club, except instead of Brad Pitt versus Ed Norton, It's a guy that looks like Willie Nelson versus Paulie from Rocky. Take my pants off! The title card was Freight Car Frank versus Walter the Wino. I was on the undercard versus Bedbug Beatty, whose chances of winning were quickly exterminated by my South Bronx right hook, earning me a thumbs up from Porter Wagner. But the promoter tried to rip me off, so I had to give him the bum's rush. Double the money. He said, "You took the whole jackpot. I'm ruined." I said, "I missed the part where that's my problem," as I stepped over a dozing Travis Tritt on my way out the warehouse door. But it was too late for Uncle Ben. I'm sorry I get a little bit choked up here, Bob, but I found him laying in the street. I picked him up, carried him back into the warehouse, and signed him up for the bum fights. So I was pleasantly surprised by this pull-apart donut. I'm a huge fan of Krispy Kreme, and it's certainly a bold move by McDonald's to enter that arena. And I think that given that this is not even their main category of product, they really have come up with a great donut here. As far as having a hot donut, I would say you could pop this into the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds and you're really going to have a treat. What not such a treat is going to be the price, which is $1.59 a piece. That's not bad, but I think it's a little more than when you buy a dozen donuts, what you get per donut. And I got this with a 2 burrito meal and a large iced coffee. And altogether that was $9.98, but then the tinfoil Al Capone wannabes on the Montgomery County Council greedily taking 60 cents in tax for themselves. Ridiculous as usual, but they're going to find out someday if they look good in orange. My guess is probably not. So if you like donuts, I would say definitely go through the drive-thru at McDonald's. See if they've got it, but then definitely September 1st. This is something you're going to want to try. It just barely is missing a John Candy Award. Perhaps if there was a filling inside, it would have easily won one. But I'm still going to say 5 stars out of 5. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.